Well, I've never been to Spain, but I kinda like the music. Yeah, the ladies are insane now, and they sure know how to use it. They don't abuse it, they'll never abuse it. I can't refuse it.
Well, our congratulations to Dusseldorf on winning this World Driving Championship. Congratulations, Dussel, on your brilliant victory. I suppose you've won them all now?
That's correct. I have won the Romanian, the 50. I have won the Bulgarian, the 20. I won the Liechtenstein, the 10, and the Minsk, 2. You name it, I got the trophy right there under the shelf.
Well, as the Yanks say, until you've won with the stock car, you ain't won yet.
That what they say? Who says that?
Oh, Dale Earnhardt, Kyle Petty, Richard Petty, Mark Martin.
All right. Tell you what, want to see what driving's all about, huh? You tell those older good boys that the champ is coming over there to show to them his exhaust the pipe. See you in the States.
Dorf, the new world champion?
That's right.
Wow, that must have cost you a bundle.
And speaking of which, my driver and my limousine are picking up my good deal at an airport right now. He's being flown into California on my private plane.
First time I've ever been on an international flight that didn't have a movie. Claim check for the luggage.
No leather either, so I guess I just did jump.
Didn't have no complimentary drinks on the plane. Didn't even have no peanuts. Not a one little bag of peanuts. I had a bag of peanuts. But judging from your inquisitive look, you must be looking for somebody.
Yeah, I'm supposed to pick up this guy called Mr. Dorf.
Notice anything?
Nah, this guy's got on a red coat and you... Hey, wait a minute. This is you.
I imagine that when the class was voting for most likely to succeed, you must have picked up an awful lot of ballots.
You got any more luggage?
Just the trunk. I'll get it. Now, this limo that this Mr. Bolus has sent for me, I hope that it's an open one. I want the people along the parade route to see me and be able to throw the flowers to me.
Oh, don't worry. It's open all right.
This Bolus is a wonderful spender. Sends a model airplane, now a toy truck. Hello, little boy. I'm in Dusseldorf, and thank you so much for welcoming me here to the... I hope you get the warts. Get the luggage and get the dog downwind. Nice. Now, be careful of my trophies. Be careful of the trophies that I have in. Be careful of the trophies that I have in the trunk. Can I kiss those goodbye? Watch my head on that countertop there, don't you? Ow.
May I help you?
The Colonel of Bolus has arranged for a room for me.
Pardon?
These are the lips that are moving, butterfly brain, and I would like the key to my room if you don't mind.
Of course, sir. What was the name again?
Dorf comes right after Duzel.
Oh, yes, sir, of course. Just a moment here. Here you are, sir.
Okay, it's about time. I also am having an international press conference, so I'm going to need one of the largest banquet rooms that you have.
Of course, Mr. Dorf. I will see to it.
All right. This is the last time I'm going to say this. It's one question at a time. Wait till you're recognized before speaking. And if you're from a foreign paper, please state your questions in English, all right?
I suppose with the crowd this big, we should have them taking numbers.
We got to give up the room at 2 o'clock. It's 2:20 already. You want me to start cleaning up now? I think a dustbuster will do the job.
Good morning, Sears Point. It's a beautiful morning and a great way to start a NASCAR weekend. Hi, I'm Bruce Landers, and welcome to our first NASCAR Winston Cup race. If you've never seen him before live, you're in for a treat. This is going to be one heck of a weekend. Plus,
direct from Europe, the world champion, Dusseldorf.
Stock car racing's a team sport. It's the pit crew that provides the get-up and go in racing. It's Colonel Bolus's hand-picked crew that'll make the difference in the order of finish for him. Duzel, how about telling our folks at home a little bit about your pit crew?
I'd love to. I think if you're looking for the A team, that this one is somewhere around the MNO or a P. Follow me. First of all, this is Eddie Dipstick Taylor. Yes, he'll be responsible for seeing that car is together all the way around for the 300 kilometers. He's quite an organizer. I think the name that Dipstick certainly seems to fit there. This is Tony Jaboik. Joik will keep that well-tuned ear of his on that car at all times, and just the slightest ping in that engine, he'll be bringing her right into the pits there. He's got the ear of an eagle. Huh? Eagle? I thought it was tuna. And this is Timber Jim. Also a very handy guy to have around if you're going to be changing streetlights. This is Willie Davis, probably the fastest guy in the pits changing a tire. He can change a tire faster than you can say, Jackie Robinson. Here you go. Good. He said to call my fish. And this is Boom Boom. The Colonel said that she's done some wonders for him in his lifetime and hopes that she can do the same for the pit crew. She's learning to count laps. She's up at the 6. Hoping by the time the race starts, she'll have them all in. Although, don't hold out much hope.
And this is Pops Morgan. He is the crew chief.
He's probably spent more time in the pits than all of the crew chiefs have put together. As a matter of fact, when you ask any of the guys, they always say that Pops is the pits.
Well, practice session moving along smoothly here in Sears Point.
Look at that, right on the front straightaway. Can you people see that?
It's Pops Morgan. That's the crew chief for, guess none other than Dorf. Dorf's crew chief is trying to walk across the middle of the racetrack during a practice session. You can't find any more blatant stretching of the rules than this one. Just get that guy over one. We need all the officials to try to get him off of the track. We don't want to lose this practice session. Show up in your door to the champion and find out he's your crew chief. He used to wrench on Chris Turner's convertible when he broke into this sport, and Turner thought he was an old man at the time. Oh, this is going to be tough. Look out, they're coming 3 wide right down the front straightaway pointed at him. Even the ESPN guys are going nuts on this deal. He's trying to pick up his silly newspaper. Get off the track, Pops. Get off the track. This is going to hurt. NASCAR has a red flag ending this session in just in time, because Pops is down for the count.
And what about the car itself? What's the Colonel decided to put on the track for you?
Well, I haven't as yet seen the car, but the Colonel has assured me that it's going to be a piece of automotive.
Well, the pieces are in place. Top driver, cream of the crop pit crew, a lousy car, and a greedy owner.
Down in the pit lane right now with Harry Gant. And Harry, let's get your reaction to Dorf as a driver.
I don't want him around me on the track anywhere.
All right. Now, if there was a chance that he could get another ride in NASCAR, would you race against him?
Definitely not. No way will I race against him.
That's a report from Harry Gant in the pits. Kenny Schrader with us in the pit lane right now. And Kenny, this has been a disaster out on that racetrack.
Well, it wouldn't have been so bad, but Dorf run about half of us off the place, and the rest of the time he's using up so much track you can't get anywhere around him.
Kenny Schrader from the pit lane. No matter where the NASCAR cars run, Jeff Bodine is considered a very serious threat. But at the moment, the threat has been Dorf. And Jeff Bodine, what do you think of Dorf's driving today?
Well, no question. Anyone can't drive, can't get him out of there.
Would you ever think about racing against this man in one more time anywhere?
My he get seat.
Obviously, Jeff Bodine has some very convincing arguments. Down in the pit area, Mike Waltrip, Dorf got to you once again, didn't he?
Yeah, Dorf. Wait till I get my shot at him.
That's it from here.
I'm going to make my way back up to the announce booth. Meanwhile, corner workers, it is now about a half hour before qualifying. Take your lunch break now. You Dorf fans, you better get his autograph quick before the NASCAR boys running out of town on a rail.
Well, the action here at Sears Point continues in this.
As soon as you can, you're not going to believe it.
Stuart Miller, the PR director here at Sears Point, just handed me an official announcement from Budweiser. And Budweiser and the Anheuser-Busch people are going to provide a brand new, very competitive Ford for Dorf to drive. Oh, you Dorf fans, that ought to make you happy.
All you folks heading down the old highway to Sears Point to the races, here's a little traveling music to go along with you. Country music's favorite singer, Hoyt Axton. Let's give a listen.
Jane Dean said before he died, there are 2 more roads that I'd like to ride.
Number 27, Rusty Wallace, in his qualifying attempt right now. The racetrack belongs totally to him, and he's asking everything of the Kodiak Pontiac. Meanwhile, I've just been informed that Anheuser-Busch has required Dorf to go back to Bob Bondurant's driving school. contract.
He loved bright lights and good fast cars, women in love and the Hollywood stars. The women moaned and the young girls cried on the night it can't be denied.
Turning in a qualifying time right there that appears to have him nailed in and around. Meanwhile, Harry again is out there on track trying to put the pedal down in his Skull Bandit. Not too bad for a gentleman who doesn't really consider himself to be a road racer. Here's an update item for you Dorf fans. I understand they are unloading the Budweiser car right now. Meanwhile, Bondurant still hasn't given him a graduation certificate. And I'm guessing that the lawyers have had some interesting meetings. Because catch this, NASCAR fans. Junior Johnson's crew has got to turn the car over to Bolus's mechanics.
Hey, Jim! Don't push the car when there's nobody in it!
There is now less than 10 minutes left in the official qualifying session, and all cars must report that are still trying to make it into the finish. We understand the Budweiser car is down there right now, and they are heading right now. It's the
Billboard, give me a boost there. Oh, no, that's... I got to get professional help.
But never quite like that. 94, Sterling Marlin. Flying effort down a 142.612, and Marlin turned off Neil Martin back one slot. Iron Race fans, get ready. Around the facility on the hillsides, here comes the qualifying effort of the world champion Dorf. You're already aware of the fact he's never driven this car before, and he's got to give it a NASCAR drive right now. Well, I'm impressed. He's doing pretty good. Last car in qualifying, and right after this, I'm going to be down in the pit lane to find out from the drivers what they think of this turn of events. He is really turning in a time. Catch this, a 142.306. He's even quicker than Sterling Marlin.
In the pit area right now after the qualifying sessions, and the legendary Richard Petty. Richard, what do you think about this Dorf as a driver?
I tell you what, I don't know where they got him, but they need to take him back. That's for dang sure.
Now, I'm amazed that the man can even keep a car underneath him. You're going to have to baby a car in this race to get clear to the finish line, aren't you?
Well, he's going to have to be pretty lucky just to make the race and get everything going, and we're going to have to be lucky to miss it.
Do you think that's the same thing's going to happen if every world champion came over and tried NASCAR?
I hope they don't try it. I'll tell you that. It's a good time for me to retire.
Good luck to you in the race.
Thank you.
We're down in the pit area once again, and I'm with Rusty Wallace and Bob Bondurant. What about this Dorf guy? You've had to run against him now.
Dorf's something else. You know, he might be a champion across the pond, but when he entered the United States, he lost all his talent. The guy's just in the way. He's really a pain.
Well, I understand he's a graduate of the Bondurant school, though.
Well, he must have been, but when he left the school, I think he forgot everything he learned.
Bob, what happened to this guy?
Well, you have to want to really be a race driver. Now, this guy is Formula One. I've raced Formula One. I've had the school for 20 years. I've taught all kinds of guys, and Dorf is impossible. I mean, you can teach him, but he doesn't use it. He doesn't do anything with it.
Once again, the qualifying sessions are over and the listings are up, and Dorf has turned one of the quickest times. Darrell Waltrip, you have to find that a bit amazing.
Obviously, the guy has money. I mean, he had to buy his way into the field because he doesn't have any ability whatsoever. And I think he ought to go back to Europe myself.
What do you think about European drivers trying to drive a big NASCAR car?
Give me a break. You know, these guys are... Well, there's terms for these guys. This is probably a family show, and I wouldn't want to get into that, but he's a...
What about when the flag turns green tomorrow for the race?
Does he know the flags?
I think so.
Well, we'll find out tomorrow. I doubt if he'll even know what to do.
That's a report from Darrell Waltrip's pit area.
Welcome to our annual Sears Point International Raceway Banquet. As you know, Sears Point International Raceway is a European-style road course, which is appropriate since our guest of honor, Mr. Dusseldorf, made his fame in Europe. This year, we are happy to be a part of the Winston Cup NASCAR Series. Tonight, I have elected to speak on the exciting subject, the changing of a spark plug. Exciting because what could give you more thrills than to know that that pesky little plug that has caused your car's motor to fire out of sync has been replaced. To know that once again you will hear the constant hum of your car's motor, uninterrupted, by that annoying pest known to all of us the world over as a misfire. Bang, 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 click, bang, bang, bang. What to do? What to do? Humorous as it may be, we are relieved to know that what sometimes seems to be more than it is not.
And you're part of what appears to be a record crowd here at Sears Point. Banquet Foods is the major event sponsor. In fact, the race is
We're here now with Les Richter, Vice President of Competition for NASCAR. And Les, there must have been some kind of a strange loophole. How did this guy get a license?
I don't know. Dorf is a great Formula One driver, and his record is commendable. But he came over here. It was a total disaster. We're going to review our whole procedure of how we allow drivers to come into Winston Cup racing. That's it. And he's got a long ways to go.
Is there ever a chance you'll let him compete again?
Well, we're going to have to probably have him go back to some short tracks and work his way back in. But he's just a total disaster, and we just can't contend with that, no matter how great he was over there with the Europeans.
That's the report from Les Richter. We're here with Bill Broderick right now from Unical, and as many of you know, Unical is deeply involved in motorsports, especially stock car racing. And Bill, you were approached by Dorf and his people, were you not?
Dorf approached us, and we immediately ran him out of the office. Anybody who could become in contact with somebody that's so detrimental to the sport as the Dorf, we had absolutely nothing to do with him. The question came up, he's going to have gas to run in the race, but since we are the official fuel of NASCAR, we have no choice in the matter, so it's something we have to live with. The Dorf will run on our products.
One other thing that I noticed that you do, and do quite well, I might add, is you make those victory circles work. The hat dance, all the things that are going on. But what happens if Dorf wins this thing and ends up in your victory circle?
Frankly, I doubt if we'll find the Dorf if he comes into victory lane.
Right now, we're with Ned Jarrett, not only a former champion and racer in NASCAR, but now currently a television commentator. He's seen nearly every one of these kind of races. And Ned, what is your opinion of Dorf?
I've been around the sport of auto racing for more than 30 years, and I have never seen a character like this. I don't know how in the world he got in NASCAR.
The sun started to break on through and warm this racetrack up, and the timing could not be better. We're just moments away, ladies and gentlemen, from our one brief bit of ceremony. And I'd like to remind you that today, singing our national anthem live, will be Mr. Hoyt Axton. I ask you now to please stand. Remember, gentlemen, to remove your hats unless you're in military uniform. And now, Hoyt Axton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Is that the buckle undone on the side there? Timber, help me with that buckle.
O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Nice rendition of the Hoyt Axton, ladies and gentlemen, the man singing it. In fact,
Hey, boys, when it's over, let me know, will ya? I can't hear a thing in here. Boys, just, Boys? Boys? Let me know when that,
We're down here right now at the pit side, and with me is the gentleman who sang the national anthem today, Mr. Hoyt Axton. And Hoyt, you've been a race car fan for a while, haven't you?
I have all my life.
What brought you out this weekend?
Well, actually, I came down today to see Dorf race. I've heard so much about him.
Do you think it's true? Do you think he runs hard or what?
I think he stands up in the seat.
I'd like to welcome all of them, and especially their guy crawling the pit lane, my colleague, Jack Root.
While the attention is focused here at the front of the pack with the names of Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, Dale Earnhardt, etc., the man that may be the sleeper in today's race is the great European racer who's decided to come road racing Winston Cup style. Yes, that's right. Dorf is here to compete, and who knows? He may be a little short on horsepower, but he may go to the front real quick.
Taking a close-up look at a NASCAR car. It's a 5-point harness, a pair of solid shoulder straps, and you're inside a roll cage. The steering wheel itself.
Take the wheel.
I want you to hold it. Give me the wheel. I want the wheel.
Put the wheel on the hood. Just put the wheel on the roof. Do the belt. I just don't think this is right.
Absolute final call. Officials, all corner workers and all firefighters to your stations now, and please report in on your landline. As I look out over the grid right now, it appears as though just about every one of the drivers is in and ready to go.
Do you want to do me a favor? Check the manual on this one.
In fact, all of the crews are now clearing the grid. Radio says the Bolus crew is having trouble fastening the seatbelts and
No. That wasn't so hard, was it? Boys, aren't we forgetting something? If I'm going to drive, I need the steering wheel.
Well, it looks like they've got
Hey, let's go. Listen, I'm the put-on guy. You're the kickoff. Give it back. Just put it.
Thank you.
Originally scheduled to deliver the four most famous words in motorsports was going to be California State Governor George Duke Manchin. Gentlemen, start your engines. Still sitting there, the engine. Qualified out, and certainly not start clear at the back of this group. He's sitting 42nd right now. 300 kilometers when it finally goes green. We expect that if they on the back of your neck, or that you're on your arms and it's standing up just a little bit, and you don't feel some twinge of excitement, it'll be in just a split second. There it is. Green flags were underway. The pace car makes its way up the drag strip, and 42 NASCAR stock cars barrel into turn number 1 at Sears Point. Trying to...
This is a Dorf to dipstick, Dorf to dipstick. You know when I told you to put the wheel on tight? Well, you should have checked it a little closer.
Dorf taps Kulwicki and sends him spinning.
The next time there is an argument about who puts the wheel on, I put the wheel on.
Well, it took Dorf longer to knock somebody else on the racetrack than I thought it would, but that's one now. Meanwhile, Dorf now has a clear racetrack in front of him. He got the championship for Randy Meyer, and he's trying to close back up.
Pit crew to Dorf. Come in. Repeat, come in.
The number 11 car, Dorf, is the first one to call on the pits. This is a surprise. It's not time for a scheduled stop yet.
What?
Nothing.
Nothing. What do you mean the nothing? You told me on the radio to come in.
I didn't mean come in, come in. I meant come in, come in. I meant come in like on the radio. I don't want to see, I just want to hear you.
Have you ever thought of lying on a couch and having a doctor see if he can find the brain in that jarhead of yours? Don't call me. I'll call you.
Listen, Pop, you hold up at that sign when I go by. I happen to know how many laps we had to go yet, so you make sure that that sign is there when I go by. Too late.
He's gone.
Speaking of the devil, let's go down the road right now. It's Dorf and another 11 Junior Johnson Budweiser car. I walked around back that way. That was a clean stop. Boy, his crew, I don't think there's any
I know that you folks are real busy out there, but I wondered if I could have a little of water.
You guys, let's get him some water for his car. Come on, get a hot case. He needs some water for his car. Come on, let's get some water for this guy's car. Put it right in there. Put it right in the fuel tank there. Come on, put the water.
Don't put the water in the car. I want the water to drink.
Water to drink. Tony, get him some water to drink.
The rest of the field stopping for much more serious things right now.
Get a longer stick, I'll be back, all right?
Get out of the street!
You're getting into traffic again, and his crew goes back on lunch break.
Nah, gives me gas.
Look out, Jimbo and you're on a collision course with Dorf at the head of the pit lane. Saves the car, but he's off of the course. This is going to cost him.
Just Buster, get over or get out.
One more time, the famous Dorf car comes into the pits. This is a continuing saga now.
Give me the water, will you? I got to get in and get out of here. That's what the pit stops are all about. Get in and get out. Get in and get out. Give me that water.
Great racing going on. For those of you that have never seen a NASCAR race before, Ricky Rudd and Rusty Wallace are considered...
Glad I didn't order the hot soup.
Mark Martin, also a good one, but Martin was not down by. The Bud Rock back to Dorf is now back in the way.
Turn the radio down, dipstick. Not you, dipstick, the other dipstick. Place is full of dipsticks.
Hey, we won! Oh, that's the ball game.
Turn off the ball game. Turn off the ball game. Not you, the dipsticks got the game on.
Took me 20 minutes to get a drink of water. I could have gone down to the post office in that time. This is a Dorf to the pit crew. Now listen to me, crew. Nobody checked the gas when I went out. I only got a pint of gas in here, and the tires are low, and the glove compartment, the door fell off. Who checked the door? I told you I have to have that glove compartment door there. I keep my wallet in there. If the door falls off, how am I going to have my wallet? Let's snap it too.
All right, you guys, come on, get the lead out. We gotta help Mr. Dorf win this race. All right, you guys, come on, let's hustle. Get the lead out. Come on, start moving here. This guy, we got a race to win. Come on, Tony, come on, we gotta help Mr. Dorf win this race. Come on, he's paying us good money here. Let's help the guy. Come on, get him anything he needs.
I don't see any reason for you people to run around like chickens with their head cut off when I pull in there. Why don't you just ask me what the trouble is and we can get to it?
Right.
Yeah, it looks like the Dorf crew from Bola is up to their same old tricks. We'll try to keep you informed of that.
So what's the problem?
The left rear tire.
Left rear tire, tire, left rear, rear, left rear tire, tire in the left, tire, left rear, rear, left rear tire, tire in the left, tire, left rear, rear, left rear tire, tire in the left, the rear, the left tire.
Don't change the tire just to put air in it.
Air in the tire, air in the tire, air for the tire, air. Come on, Tony, come on, we gotta help Mr. Dorf win this race. Come on, he's paying us good money here, let's help the guy, come on.
Stop the air!
Stop the air!
Why does it happen to me? Most people pull in, they get the tires changed, they get water, they get the windshield washed, they're out in 18 seconds. I come in here, 7 minutes. 7 minutes. And they ain't got no air in the tire. Get away from the car, Pops. Put the hood down. Put the hood down.
Low on oil.
What? That's all. One of the mobile crewmen has taken the hood back off of Pops, and Pops is apparently now extricating himself from completely inside the engine compartment.
I'm going back to racing now, everybody. Goodbye. I'll see you in the wild.
These guys do this all over the circuit. Uh-oh, heads up around the racetrack. The Budweiser car is re-entering the fray and Dorf is loose.
What are you doing? How many times have I told you not to get into the car? Didn't I tell you not to get into the car while I'm driving?
Sorry.
Sorry, don't feed the cat. Now I gotta take you into the pits. You know how long that takes to take you into the pits? Huh?
Right.
What are you doing with the vacuum cleaner? You're sucking all the air out of the car. Don't clean the car till after the race.
Hey, Pinhead, can I borrow your vacuum cleaner?
Same to you. Moron.
What an amazing crew these guys have been. Kind of like the Keystone Cops go to NASCAR racing. Dorf comes to the pits again.
And don't get in the car again, I told you. When I'm driving, don't be in the car. Get out.
As the Bud car rolls to a stop, there is a passenger.
No.
These guys have rushing to the car as possible.
Pops, don't. Catch that window for you. Don't wash the windshield. Don't leave the windshield alone.
You know, this particular outfit is Here he comes at what? Stop number 9? This time, as Dorf re-enters the racetrack, there's a giant hole in traffic, and nobody else gets forced off of the road.
He's gone.
Dorf now, all alone.
You know where I can get a good pit crew?
I don't know where Dorf is gone. We're going to have to see if we can figure out.
Wait a minute. Security just informed me that the Budweiser car blew through the exit at gate 7
and is gone from the racetrack.
Hello, dipstick. We got trouble here. We got trouble because I used to be on the pavement. Now I'm on the dirt. That's the trouble we got. Where are we? Try to find me.
What?
What? Is that all you can say is what? What and come in? That's all you say.
This is Pit Crew to Dorf. Pit Crew to Dorf. Come in. Repeat. Come in.
Welcome to Clown Town. Want a circus burger?
I don't want a circus burger. I want a pit crew.
What?
Did he say what?
Tony wants a super circus burger with cheese. And you want to take Boom Boom's order?
How about an order of funny fries?
shut up. Everybody, shut up.
2 for 1 on them punny fries.
Shut up, I don't want anything.
Then get out of here.
I hope your nose falls off.
I can see it now. It is great.
This really does it. The ticket?
It's directions on how to get back to the pit. Have a nice day.
Final round of pit stops in the banquet 300 right now. 75, Morgan Shepherd out of Conner, North Carolina comes to a stop. The crew attacks the car, and there are obvious Dorf marks all over the side of the vehicle. But he's still running and listed in the 7th place spot. The Valley boys getting him back on the ground and out of here. The Dorf number 11 Budweiser car also calls on the pit, and I know this one's got me for at least fuel anyway. He's been going a long time.
Yes.
There may be a few others coming in for their
Where?
final splash and goes, which normally just takes a few seconds.
Where?
This is down to the latter
Where, my simple-minded friend? Put the gas in the tank. I know you're not used to dealing with the logic, but there is a tank in the car for the gas. So why don't we just throw the guesswork to the wind, use the logic, and put the gas into the tank?
That gas for you.
Ah.
Fill her up.
Yes!
How about those Dodgers?
I don't care!
They're timing us with the sundial out here.
High test or regular?
High test, I want high test.
And a free koala bear with Philip. Wanna koala?
No, I don't want a free koala bear.
Cash your charge. He's gone.
But it did take a miracle to put him on the victory stand, even though at different times of the day, he's been the quickest car on the track. Dorf's car working well right now. In fact, the number 11 Budweiser car has once again just turned in one of the quickest times of the day. And everybody getting all excited about the way he is running. You know, it's interesting, his placement on the racetrack right now. He is in front of the leaders. If they
See my turn signal?
Dorf has knocked off our two leaders, and he continues. And now he tangles with Dave Marcus, number 71, and Marcus ends up on the short end.
Get off the road! Get off! Get off the road!
Morgan causes another 3-car accident.
Hey, Dorf, don't you know how many cars you knocked off the track? I think it's 11.
I'm getting reports of cars off everywhere.
That's an even dozen.
Boom, boom!
Get dressed!
Turn 11, one car off right now. Now another one. There's a third car going off. There's something really strange in turn 11. I've never seen anything like it. Richard Petty has spun in turn 11. Now there's 7 of them off in turn 11. Dorf himself goes up through the corner and knocks off Dick Trickle in the number 84.
Fellas, look, he's winning good.
Race to a destruction derby.
Well, this is it. I've got race cars crashed all over this racetrack. I don't think there's any one of them left running. Wait a minute. There's one. It's the Budweiser car.
And it's Dorf, and he's headed towards the finish line. The only running car. They're going to be giving him the yellow. Wait a minute. The flag is rolled out of his hands, and I don't know why he's reaching for the checker. See what flag he's got left.
We won the race. Hey, fellas, we won.
So, what's the big deal about driving stock cars? Sunday drive. One hand.
There are marathon cars almost everywhere on this racetrack right now. But I would like to point out, not one report of an injury so far. Please stay back off of the racetrack.
Let's go get the Dennis, give me a big wrench. I can go fix this problem over here.
We'll probably be with Hill for at least a half hour. Timing and scoring has some problems to straighten out there, and first money will be with Hill. Let's go to Victory Circle.
Excuse me, Mr. Dorf, could you tell us how it is to win another one, sir?
Well, basically,
Do
you want to get me up out of here?
I felt basically that the car ran real well. I was just sorry that some of the other guys didn't get a chance to finish, but that's why the best man always wins there. Excuse me. Are those people with you?
What people?
God, get me out of there.
Hey, Blimpy, throw me one of those ropes down here.
I've seen a lot of races, but never one like this one. And I don't know if you can see it out there, but hanging off of a mooring line on the Goodyear blimp is Dorf. And it might be the safest way out of here.
Oh, no. Another one of these Super Saver flights. I'm going to trade my ticket in. It's the last time I go coach.
Perhaps once in a generation, an actor comes along whose talent stands head and shoulders above his peers, whose deep insight into the human condition gives him an incredible sensitivity toward his fellow man.
I hate you. Don't care.
In the world of show business, there are some celebrities who are so popular, so gifted and dynamic, they don't need a second name.
Well, I think basically you've got to start with talent. And of course, talent was almost natural with me. I'm just a natural athlete, every muscle toned to perfection. So when it comes to doing athletic things like this, it's a natural for me. I am, as I say, a natural athlete. I have no trouble. I used to lift weights until I, of course, got that hernia. So I played all of the major sports. I got it. I lettered in just about every sport when I was in school and in college, and the professional too. I don't like to talk about it, of course, because then people just think you're blowing your own horn. But I was a professional athlete in just about every sport that you can find. But it's, as I say, just a natural to get out there and to do this for you.
Dorf's acting career has spanned numerous challenging roles. In the famous shower scene in Outer Hatchcake's Wacko, to his sentimental performance in Field of Screams, and most recently as the captain in the enormously successful blockbuster Big Boat and the Iceberg.
Boys, the off.
His influence has cast a wide net over Hollywood.
I take a very, very active role in directing, producing, carrying different things like lunches.
Dorf has a reputation as one of the most powerful, respected, and sought-after directors in the business.
Okay. Right here, right. We could put the sound right over here. We could.
Okay, guys, cut the lights.
We could put the lights, all right.
Shut down the generator.
Don't turn out the lights. Who turned out the sun? And another thing, I do my own stunts. I don't ask anybody else to put their life in danger. I get out there and I do it myself.
Why don't you, wait a minute, try to use more.
Because I feel that if you're going to be true to this story,
Turn it off, running.
that you should do your own stuff.
Falling too slow. Cut. Action. Falling too fast. Action. A little more motion on your face, please. Action. Could you look directly into the lens? Action.
Let's get on with it.
No good.
Most people probably recognize themselves in Dorf in that the world beats on you a lot. And you just got to sit there and take it a lot of times. And this guy does. And then once in a while he kind of explodes. But for the most part, he's a pretty calm little guy.
Turn the radio down, dipstick. Not you, dipstick. The other dipstick.
Dorf's worldly sophistication
Sweet cakes.
and devilish charm
Hey, olive oil.
has made him an irresistible sex symbol to women all over the world. Yvonne Wilder asked to be brought in so she could play opposite the dynamic leading man, Dorf.
This is boring.
And Dorf finds himself constantly having to wave off female fans. Talent of Dorf's stature attracts the most highly skilled and professional crews Hollywood has to offer.
Who is the moron here in this crew who put me standing here on this anthill? Get to know the crew. That's the important thing. You work like a team while you're out there. I'm not jumping. You're going to have to throw me off if you want me to.
Dorf wants you to throw him off.
Wait a minute. I was kidding! Get to know the guys. Get to have that camaraderie with them. If it decides to fall, I hope it's on your head.
Give me a push there.
Now that's...
I got to get professional help.
Can we get another director? That's what makes these things so special to me.
That's the second camera this week.
You shouldn't have put it there. And once we did that, then it was just a snap to shoot what we were shooting because we were not in difficult locations.
The ticket?
It's directions on how to get back to the pit. Have a nice day.
Although Dorf's films are action-packed and look dangerous, his foremost concern is crew safety.
Building safety is very important. You know, when you're out there with the fishermen, you got to be careful of where you're going. Watch out the dead youth. Certainly take into consideration the other guys right there. Don't you guys worry about me, just to focus the camera. This is a great scene, you know. And of course, always keep a life jacket on board and make sure you know where you're going at all times. Okay, everybody's ready again. We got a quick turn to come in. Come on, boys. Hello, anybody?
A star like Dorf also attracts great writing talent,
Diver in the oar.
like Tim Conway.
The woo, the who. Well, Tim Conway has no talent. So he came with a little scratch pad and jotted down a few notes. I thought they stunk, so I took the thing and I rewrote it myself, and it came out an excellent script. And speaking of the good scripts, here's another one that I wrote to Tim and Harvey in The Great Outdoors. I took those two clowns from the Burnett Show and took them out there with some wild animals for a great adventure show. They sure know how to handle those animals, let me tell you.
Hi, how's it going?
They were wonderful. Out there hunting a big game. People said, you know something? I don't think this is going to pan out. I said, you got to be kidding. We got a hit on our hands here. They didn't get along too well on the set. You know, the little conflicts here and there. You're beginning to get on my nerves a little bit, you know that? But once we got them settled down, it was just fine. You probably remember them from the Carol Burnett Show. They were electrifying there, weren't they? Well, we got just as big a laughs here. Here it is, Tim and Harvey in The Great Outdoors. We taught them how to rise to higher heights. How to rise to higher heights. How to rise to those higher heights, boys.
My eye! Hey, you got a man stuck in the tree!
I should have put the belt higher.
Sure should have. Well, at least we got them over that business of laughing at each other like they used to do on the Burnett Show. We straightened them out finally. Of course, that older guy still seems to be doing that. Well, anyway, it's a funny tape, Tim and Harvey in The Great Outdoors, so why not to pick up one, you know? Go on out there. Take a shot. This is just a kind of a silly little thing that I think everybody will enjoy.
In his back. Hitting ninth and doing the pitching, Joe Harper leads the league in victories and earned run average. He has been outstanding this season.
From those little tiny kids like that, up to those great big kids like that.
Nah, gives me gas.
I think that we're all probably kids. I don't think we ever go beyond the age of 12. Hey! I know I never did. And I hope that I can always keep that silliness and translate it to an audience. And there you go, boom, chitty-boom, boom. Wait a minute. I didn't get paid. Hey, all I got is 2 lousy sandwiches and a glass of bad milk.